I'm Dr. Anjali Hooda, an American board certified obesity, metabolic medicine, and clinical nutrition consultant.
Today we are talking about weight loss plateaus, and I'm sure this is one thing everybody goes through all the time. And the reason why I'm touching on this topic is because I get a lot of patients who are going through weight loss plateau. I meet friends who are going through weight loss plateau, and constantly this kind of hampers your efforts to try to reach a target weight. And what is the target weight? We'll talk about that also. So first thing, what are the reasons for having a weight loss plateau? So weight loss plateau means you're not losing a weight, and how long is the plateau? It depends upon week, 2 week, 3 weeks. So if it's more than a week or 10 days, it's a plateau. And because body is not going to lose weight at a certain rate, neither do you gain weight at a very constant rate. It's usually goes up and down. So first cause is too much starvation. A lot of people are eating very less, and if they're not on medically supervised very low calorie diets, they are going to start getting leptin resistance. Now leptin is a hormone that is sort of a fat burning hormone, and when you start starving, you start having very less calories, the leptin will go into resistance. It's not going to burn fat anymore, so you need to keep that in mind. Second will be similar kind of diet. Constantly people are so scared of cheating and so scared of enhancing their calories that they start getting plateaus. Lack of sleep is another one. Then a lot of dehydration, I've mentioned it a zillion times before that the hunger and thirst centers are closely placed in the brain, and we don't know if we are hungry, we usually are thirsty first, if we're hungry at odd times. So lack of water, dehydration, and dehydration in turn causes water retention. So if you're somebody who is dehydrated and somebody who has not been having enough water, body tends to hold on to whatever water it has. So you're going to start feeling, you start seeing a static weight for a long time. Stress levels, very important. A lot of people go through mental stress, and stress can be physical and mental, but a lot of stress will produce more cortisol, and cortisol is basically an anti-fat burning hormone. So you will get a steady weight for a longer time. Then alcohol. A lot of people drink a lot of alcohol, and in fact alcohol even in tiny bits can stall the weight loss, because when alcohol goes into the body is trying to burn the easiest calorie first, which is alcohol. Alcohol is the easiest calorie, and the body just goes in concentrating on burning the alcohol calories rather than digging into your already stored glycogen stores. So alcohol is another one which is it's a big one on weight plateau. And also, if you reached a set point in your life, let's say you, in the last 5 years you've not been below 55 kilos, so your body is going to reach a set point and you're not going to lose weight after that. And at that point you need to know that you need to stop. And if you're healthy and you've reached a set point is usually decided by a person who's going to see you, and if there's a set point has been reached and you want to push it further, there'll be a weight loss plateau, which you think is a weight loss plateau. Is not actually a plateau. It actually means that your body is not ready to go below this. And a lot of people who want to burn fat, they concentrate on weight number a lot. They see the weight scale a lot. It's not about the weight, it's actually about your fat percentage, and about your health. Are you healthy, or are you also is your fat percentage below 30? Those are the important things, and which people don't really think about those things. They keep seeing that number on the scale. Sometimes the number on the scale won't move, but a lot of times that number will actually be irrelevant, because your fat percentage would be moving. So if you're somebody who's lifting weight, you're building lean muscle. So weight is not going to go, but you're actually moving fat. So that's one thing that people forget about. So so I said target weight. What is the target weight? A lot of people have this calculation, they have formulas. On my website we have formula, but in practical life, what's the target weight? A target weight is the highest weight and the lowest weight average in last 5 years. If you have never been below a certain weight in the last 5 years, or let's say 5 to 8 years, you're not going to go below that. If you go below that, you're pushing yourself hard. In turn you cause more stress to your body, because if you're going to go, let's say 60 is your target weight, it's the average of last 5 years, high and low, and if you want to go below 60, you want to push it, you want to push that number, I suggest don't push that number. Don't push the number, push the fat percentage, push towards a lean body rather than thinking about that weighing scale number. So what are the things we can do? The practical thing is, please don't check your weight every day. I mean, unless you are on some specified diet, do not check your weight every day, because that number is also water weight, that number is also your, depends on how much hydration have you had, how much food have you had, salt intake, all that, comes into play. So don't check your weight every day. You need to basically check your weight Monday to Monday or Sunday to Sunday. So that's one rule that we stick by it. Second, hydrate well. Please drink lots of water, and I always tell you, water means your urine should be colorless. That's the hydration. Then sleep well, 6 to 7 hours, and for kids it's 7 to 10. So please sleep well, because if you sleep well, you're going to have all the hormones in balance, and you're not going to face there are some cravings during the day. If you've not slept well, you'll feel, you can notice from now on that if you had lack of sleep, you're hungry at odd times, and you're hungry for weird foods, and weird cravings happen. Cravings are not normal. We shouldn't, if you're having a balanced diet, we shouldn't be craving sweet or salt. We should be at peace with our bodies. Third thing, please do cheat meals. A lot of people are so scared of eating more when they're on a certain diet plan. They feel that cheating will make them gain all the weight back, but that's not true. So if you've had a constant 15 days, you're doing a certain kind of a low calorie plan, and suddenly if you eat, your leptin goes up, and there you see another kilo weight loss on the next day. So leptin resistance can only be sort of conquered by having a cheat meal. And enhance the protein intake. A lot of people are now having enough protein, so they are in turn they're breaking down the muscle, and when your muscle breaks down, your metabolic rate goes down, and when metabolic rate goes down, you're not going to see stall of weight. So muscle building, protein intake, very important things. Rotate your diet routine. If you're on a certain form of a plan, if you're eating same thing every day, you can always just deviate a little bit from here and just try having something more, or something different, something which is high in calories. You should always do that. And high in calories, and never meant sugar. So please remember that. And exercise routine should be altered, so because if you're walking for half an hour daily, it's not enough. Your body gets used to it. You need to change your routine. You need to do something else. Maybe run for a while, maybe go do some weight training, maybe join a class, maybe do kickboxing. You need to change your routine, because we tend to our bodies tend to get accustomed to a certain diet and exercise. Body is what you make of it, so we get accustomed very soon. And the habits, so we need to break those habits. Alcohol intake. If you're somebody who drinks alcohol regularly, you need to cut down. And somebody who's a weekend drinker, you need to cut down the number of drinks, or increase the interval between the 2 drinks. If you're having 5 drinks, bring them down to 2, or just forget about alcohol. And so I'm going to give you a couple of quick hacks that you can do to break the plateau. Usually it's a high protein 3-day diet, and has to be done under supervision. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, because then I'm giving away wrong information. But you need to see your specialist. You can go on a high protein 3-day diet, and then you can also do water fast. Water fast is a way to bring your usually a water fast can be from 1 to 5 days, or maybe more, but depends on your routine and how much you work out and what's your life like. So you can do a water fast, or you can try intermittent fasting, which I've talked about many times in my past Facebook Live. So you can do that, and then when you can also do more water. So it's like a liquid day you can do. So if you're not going to do a water fast, you can just do a liquid day, maybe a protein liquid day, or 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. In practical terms, I've seen if you do a couple of liquid protein days, then body tries to come back. The set point is sort of moved, and you can lose weight on whatever is stuck. But if you're somebody whose weight is stuck at a set point, you're not going to lose that weight. So don't be frustrated with that kind of thing. I'm quickly now going to take questions. Any questions?
Yeah. Twinkle is asking, if I reach a weight loss plateau, do I need to increase my physical activities or just to reduce my food intake only?
You can increase physical activity. In fact, in fact, I've seen this. Like when we make somebody break a plateau, either we go diet way or we go exercise way. You can combine both. You can have you can increase your protein and also enhance your workout. So you can go for an interval training, a high intensity interval training, and that will help you budge the weight a little bit. Yeah.